Hey, happy birthday, Pisces, and happy spring. Whoops. Welcome to your March 2022 forecast. This is like a different year for you, okay, as far as your birthday goes. Just because the fact that you have Jupiter in your sign, right? Okay, so the sun's in your first house of Pisces right up until the 20th. Mercury moves into your sign on the 9th and is moving very, very fast. Okay, so it moves from the 9th to the 27th, it moves into Aries. And there's a new moon in your sign on the 2nd. Okay, and you have Jupiter and Neptune transiting also together in your first house. You have all these planets in your first house right now. So eventually Venus and Mars will be moving here, okay? But for now, just having like all these planets here, especially around that new moon of the 2nd is like your like new year. That's what begins your new year, okay? When you have your new moon, okay? So whatever you do around that time gets like a breath of fresh air to it. Even if you don't do anything, if you put down on paper even, make a list of something that you would like to do. A lot of times, I feel that we all have transits that are really, really good, fantastic, but it's like the dead of winter and we're snowed in or something like that. So you can't even get out to enjoy it or make the most of it or use it to your benefit, but you can, as long as you start something under a certain transit, okay? Doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be completed on that very date, okay? Starting something at that time gives it like the kiss of that transit, okay? So this new moon, even if you don't do anything, okay, just begin a different thought process. Even something. Try to do something different. But this is different this year for you, just because you have Jupiter in your sign. So I'd have to say this is going to be one hell of a birthday. In fact, having Mercury in your first house does make you a lot more talkative right now. Making you want to call and contact people, friends especially, having a lot more conversations with people. But with it moving so fast, I wouldn't be surprised if you took an impromptu trip, okay, for your birthday, to celebrate your birthday. Okay, Jupiter's bringing all kinds of possibilities to you, and the sun is in your first house at the same time, so it's really you're beaming, it's lighting you up, so you're attracting more good things to you, more opportunities. And when Jupiter is in your own sign, it's usually a time when you're very optimistic and willing to try new things. So there could be something that you've always wanted to do or always wanted to see even, which would do the whole impromptu trip or whatever, okay? But because of all these planets in your first house, you may decide to do that very thing. Some kind of it would have to be a fun thing, obviously, that you've always wanted to do. Okay, so this year's a little bit different. You could also get a lot more attention than you normally do on your birthday. Okay, it doesn't even have to be exactly on your birthday, but the entire month. Okay, you could be the center of attention and be invited to do an awful lot of things. A lot of times, I always say, when Jupiter's in your sign, at least one new person seems to come into your life that benefits you in some way. They become a good friend that is with you for like the rest of your life. So if that person hasn't entered your life yet, this could be the time when they do that, okay? Because you're drawing people to you. So this is the time to really, do something. Use it to your advantage. Okay, so there's that new moon in your sign. There's also a full moon in your opposite sign of Virgo on the 18th in your 7th house. but I don't really think this is a very big deal. Your 7th house is your close relationships with your romantic partner, a business partner, a close friend. Um, you know, it doesn't seem to be a very big deal to me. Full moons, what they do is bring like something to the surface that needs to be discussed, and so it can be done away with. And that could be something, you know, going on in one of your close relationships, and that's all. I don't think it's anything bad. I think it's changing something in one of your close relationships with someone that needed to be changed anyway, right? So, okay, Venus and Mars are still traveling together, and up until the 5th, they're still in Capricorn in your 11th house, okay, of your friends and everything, and socializing, and, you know, going out and maybe seeing a live band or going to a bar or something like that. But then on the 6th, they move into Aquarius on the same day. Both of them move together to Aquarius in your 12th house, where you have Aquarius. Okay, you also have Saturn transiting here. And let's see here. Yeah, Mercury is here just for a few days, you know, before it enters your sign. So you still have, you know, stuff going on behind the scenes. The 12th house is the house of secrets. And, you know, it's like solitude. It's your house of solitude. It's usually like your downtime. But when you take time to yourself to do things that only you can do, you know, by yourself, like read a book or something, or I don't know, watch a movie that you don't want to watch with anybody else because they'll talk through it or whatever, you know what I mean? But due to the pandemic and quarantine, a lot of people have had way too much downtime, me time, alone time, okay? So maybe you don't need anything like that right now, okay? But you're still pretty active here with this Venus and Mars going on. Mars is very energetic wherever it is transiting. It's very enthusiastic. Okay, the 12th house being the house of secrets or actions taken by you or someone else. I do have to say, though, this placement of Mars in transit, and even especially natally, if you have Mars in your 12th house all your life, okay, this would apply to you if you had natal Mars in your 12th house, but just because you have it transiting here right now, someone is secretly jealous and envious of you. Okay, and this is usually a friend, or it could be like, you know, somebody that's in your group of friends. Maybe they're not a close friend, maybe they're just like an acquaintance that hangs out with the rest of you or something or other, but they don't act like that, you know what I mean? They're very nice to your face, but they're behind your back, you know, talking about you, trying to turn people against you possibly. So that's something that could actually be going on here right now. You could have actually, you know, it's not usually a big surprise. You know, even though you have Neptune in your sign, it doesn't make you a pushover. You know, I mean, you are pretty psychic, especially with the planet Neptune being there and then Jupiter being here at the same time, enhancing your intuitiveness, you know. So you more than likely know who this is. It's just that they could be very active right now, okay, with Mars in your 12th house. But so can you, because 12th house is action taken by you or someone else behind the scenes or in secret. Okay, so you could be, I don't know, in contact with people, even trying to find out why would this person do this, or what business is it of theirs, right? Having Venus here could bring about one of two things. Usually it brings about, or supposedly, the secret romance or a secret crush or admirer, okay, which could be yours. You have a secret crush and on someone, or vice versa. They have a secret crush on you, okay. They could actually make it known at this time, you know, in some way or other. You would hear from them. They could contact you. You know, I don't know, probably email or something. Could be like using your birthday, though, as an excuse to get in touch with you, okay? So, in fact, a lot of people may be using your birthday as an excuse this month to do stuff, okay? Especially this so-called friend, right? The friend that's not really a friend, okay? So just keep in mind that they're envious of you or they're jealous of you. So that you got to be doing something right, for someone to feel this way about you. So anyway, the sun moves into Aries on the 20th and Mercury moves into Aries on the 27th. You have Aries on your second house of earned income, how you earn your money. It's your house of possessions, what you own, what you value, okay, as far as material things go, but it's also your personal values. When planets are here, that's where your focal point turns to, making more money, bringing in another source of income, or it could be, you know, even like Venus won't be here for a while, okay, but usually when Venus is in your second house is when you get the really nice birthday gifts, okay, so you could get a belated one, you know, a few months down the ways there when Venus does enter this area, but I'd have to say that you know, you're actually getting, you know, some kind of gift or other, even if it's, you know, like a lunch or dinner or something like that. Somebody taking you out, you know, for your birthday, even though it is at the end of the month. Maybe that was the only way that you two could get together. Whatever, or find the time or something or other. But, you know, just... not just increasing your income, but increasing your stuff that you own, you know, so you may make a purchase at this time, but you could also be on the receiving end of a belated birthday gift now and again in the future when Venus enters your second house. Okay, when Venus enters Aries, which won't be for a while because it has to go from Aquarius to your sign, which is even better, right? And then it'll go from your sign to Aries, okay? So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Pisces on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 29th, and 30th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Virgo, and those dates are the 16th and 17th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time for money is the 4th, 5th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. The best time for your career is the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So I would like to thank all of my subscribers for your continued support, for commenting and liking and sharing this video. And if you're new to my channel and you like this video, please subscribe and be sure to click on the notification bell when you'll be notified each time I upload something. And also check out Ask Me a Question in the description box below. It's for people who are only wanting to know just a few things about their chart. But if you would like to know everything about your chart or any other kind of astrological reports, there's a link there to my website where you can get more information. And check out my weekly forecasts. Okay, so I'll see you next week, and happy birthday and happy spring. Goodbye.